Example 2. Solve the equation 2 cosine square of x plus 3 sine x equals 0. And x is between 0 degrees and 360 degrees. We will use the identity cosine square of x plus sine square of x equal 1. We need to solve for cosine square or sine square. Now, since we have cosine square in the equation, we will solve for cosine square. So cosine square of x is equal 1 minus sine square of x. If we substitute 1 minus sine square into the equation, we get 2. 1 minus sine square of x plus 3 sine of x is equal 0. If we distribute the 2, we have 2 minus 2 sine square of x plus 3 sine of x is equal 0. This is the same thing as minus 2 sine squared x plus 3 sine x plus 2 is equal 0. Now divide both sides of the equation by negative 1. We get 2 sine squared of x minus 3 sine of x minus 2 is equal 0. If we let sine of x equal y, then the equation becomes 2y squared minus 3y minus 2 equals 0. This is a quadratic equation that we need to solve for y. We're going to solve it by factoring. Factoring the left side of the equation, we get 2y plus 1. Factor of y minus 2, and it's equal to 0. This means that 2y plus 1 is equal 0, or y minus 2 is equal to 0. 2y is equal to negative 1, y is equal negative 1 over 2, or y equal to, or y is equal 2. Now remember, sine x is equal y, which means sine x is equal negative 1/2, or sine x is equal 2. Sine x is equal 2 means no solution, because sine x can never be bigger than 1. Sine x is always between negative 1 and 1. Solving the other part, sine x equal negative 1/2, we need to have two cases. Sine x is equal to negative 1/2 means sine is negative, which means it's either going to be on, sine is negative means the angle x is in the third quadrant or the fourth quadrant. We will draw the angle x in the third quadrant. So this is x in the third quadrant. And we will draw x in the fourth quadrant. This is x in the fourth quadrant. Now drawing the reference triangles for each is the first one, and here's the second one. 90 degrees here, and these are 90 degrees there. Sine of x is equal to -1/2, means this side is -1 and the hypotenuse is 2. For the other case, this means that this side is -1 and this is 2, which means that this side is -square root of 3 and this side is equal to square root of 3. You're supposed to remember the side lengths of this special right triangle. This is square root of 3, this is 2, this is 1, 30 degrees, and this is 60 degrees. The side that's facing the angle 30 degrees is 1. So therefore, this is 30 degrees, and this is 30 degrees. Finally, x will be equal 180 degrees plus 30 degrees, which is 210 degrees. Think of it. This is 180 degrees plus 30 degrees will give you 210 degrees. For the other case, x will be equal 360 degrees minus 30 degrees, which is equal to 330 degrees. Just think of it as one whole revolution minus the angle minus 30 degrees, the angle of reference.